Judge halts the incarceration of meme artist Douglas Mackey. An appeal on First Amendment grounds is underway. Let's all hope the best for him. In a decision that shows some consideration of free speech rights, a federal appellate court has halted the 7-month incarceration of Douglas Mackey. Mackey became the focus of legal proceedings after sharing a satirical meme during the presidential run-up in 2016, suggesting that Hillary Clinton supporters could place their votes through text message. The stay of his sentence was signed by Judge Omar Williams of the United States District Court of Connecticut per official motion order. The motion order outlined the following critical steps. Mackey will formally surrender. The district court will then set guidelines for his release. Any future detention petitions can be made without prejudice against Mackey by the government. Any future without prejudice. Okay. So the government's going to say, no, we have to keep him locked up because he's so dangerous. He might make another meme. Let's see. Anything juicy here? It is hereby ordered that the dependent motion for release is granted. His surrender date is stayed. He is then ordered to release him immediately. Expedited. Mackey's initial brief will be due on or before January 5th, 2024. The government's response will be due on February 5th, 2024. Mackey's reply brief will then be due on February 20th, and the clerk is directed to calendar this appeal as soon as practicable on February 20th. So that's going to be, we'll see what really happens those days. The court ordered acceleration of Mackey's appeal will accumulate in its hearing as soon as possible, February 20th, following all due submissions by Mackey and the government counsel. While addressing the court's decision to execute his appeal on X, Mackey expressed optimism. He emphasized that, contrary to the prosecution's clarification of his appeal as frivolous, wow, the prosecution's like, his appeal is frivolous. The appellate court inferred that his case has substantial and debatable issues. So and if ruled in his favor, invalidate his conviction. The government's like, oh, why don't you just give up? That's one thing I really hate about like when police are arresting somebody, they always say stop resisting, even if the person's not resisting. And it's like, imagine if imagine if a rapist is like attacking somebody and he's like stop resisting the whole time as he's raping that person. I mean, that'd be just so mentally messed up. I hate the idea of like someone attacking you, and then as they're attacking you, they're telling you not to resist. And then I get really mad when I think about people who cry bully, who like they like flood your country with like immigrants, and then when you complain about the immigrants, they then call you racist. It's like the same thing almost. Anyways, in a statement overflowing with gratitude, he convened that Donald Trump spoke out against the prosecution, Mackey, on Truth Social.
Joe Biden and the radical left Democrats are trying to pose as the defenders of democracy, but in fact, they're the ones destroying our democracy. Crooked Joe and his henchmen have tried to shut down free speech with a massive government censorship operation to silence their critics. They're putting Douglas Mackey in jail for sharing a joking meme about Hillary Clinton 7 years ago. Nobody ever heard of anything like that. They have 4 bogus criminal cases trying to put their leading political rival, me, in prison. Let's put him in prison. He's leading by a lot. There's no way we can beat him. Let's put him in prison. They're running police state operations to infiltrate the Catholic Church as if it were a communist country. They're persecuting Christians and pro-life activists. They're persecuting anybody they want to persecute. They've labeled ordinary Republicans and parents at school board meetings as potential domestic terrorists.
Man, he still got it. Anyways, too bad he's controlled by certain groups of people. If you guys like this type of content, leave a like down below, subscribe, share for friends. I'm out of here.